Hopefully by now you have decided exactly how long you're going to be running your contest for, what sort of format you're going in terms of, is it going to be a 28, 6, 8, 12 week, what's going to be included, and, how many clients do you want to get from this, and what your price point is. And if you have all of that clear, then now is the time to come and set up your competition and, make sure as well that you have decided how you're going to do the registration process so that you can keep things running smoothly and get everybody who signed up, or at least who has shown interest, registered for your contest and your challenge. Now, what you need to do is click on the competition module and just go, as it says, to competition setup. Now, this is really straightforward and easy. It's just a matter again of making sure, as with everything, that you've selected the correct company. So making sure that your profile as your business is selected. Okay, let's click on add new. Now with add new, again here you'll see that I've got quite a few old ones in here, so make sure again that you're not editing an old one. If there is an old one in there, if you've been playing with the demo, make sure that you start fresh as I'm showing you now. So competition name, so name it whatever name you want to give it. Here is something that is up to you and your personal preference, I guess, based on how you know your clients. Hide client's name for privacy. Now what this means is that when you're showing everybody the results, so when they go to their progress tracking pages, do you want them to be able to see everybody's name or only their name? Okay, it will still show them where they're ranking within each of the categories. It just won't show them anybody else's name. Now personal preference, it's totally your choice. Some people feel funny about showing how others are going compared to each other. Personally, I think it's a great way for showing people who are in it together where they're sitting, and hopefully they can keep each other accountable and kick each other up the butt if they need it. Okay, competition start and end date. An important thing to keep in mind here is that obviously it takes a while to do everybody's body compositions if you're doing it, or it's going to take a while for everybody to do their own body compositions, because as we know, people tend to mess around a little bit. So always allow for at least a week before your competition date, and always allow at least a week afterwards, because it's exactly the same thing at the end. You've either got to get everybody in, or you're relying on them to make sure that they've done that final body composition. So you need to make sure that you extend those dates, because if you don't extend those dates, it won't include that person in the contest and challenge because they did their body composition outside of the dates that you've selected for the contest or the challenge. So really important that you set that up right from the beginning. And you'll know just by simply doing, a quick name check or a number check, how many people have I got registered, or how many people paid through PayPal, and how many people do I have in this contest and challenge. Okay. Select users. So on here, it's just a matter of, especially if you have a new database, it's not going to be hard. If you are a bigger business and you've spent a bit of time loading everyone in here, it's just a matter then of selecting all of these people, and you can do it by holding command, or you can do it if you have everyone that's in your system is doing your challenge. It's just a matter of literally selecting, holding shift, and then choose everybody on there. So you can go and edit at any time, add anybody new, so it is a good way of making sure that you're set up. Keeping in mind that if you take the registration process that I showed you before and you get them to click on a link that is a package that you've set up for the contest and challenge like I showed you, then they will automatically be in this contest. Okay, so it's just a matter then of selecting people who either didn't go through that registration link, or that are your already existing clients that want to do the contest and challenge and were on the system before you set up a contest or a challenge. Okay, once you've selected everyone, it's then a matter of deciding what parameters do you want to track within the contest and challenge. And we have up to 70 different parameters here. And just to give you a general idea, most of the time I see trainers and businesses choosing to do percentage of change, because it's a little bit more fair if somebody doesn't have as much weight to lose. So you got percentage of body composition change, you've got percentage of waist, navel, and hip, which tends to be the major measurements that are important depending on who your demographic is. And then you've got waist weight change as well, and again making it a percentage of change. Alright, now again when you're choosing these things, just hold command or control, and select the parameters that you want to be included, but please make sure that you've got the competition points set up in there as well. So it's just a matter of selecting all of those. Once you select them, save, and then you can even go save and email selected users. So if you've got a specific email set up, alright, it's just a matter of literally save and email selected users, and it just sends them a default email saying congratulations being in the contest, and you can edit that email, which I'll show you in how to set up your emails in another video. So make sure you've done that. Make sure as well that in the master preferences, which we'll go to in a second, that you've set up what you want your competition points to be for. Okay, so we'll quickly jump out of here now that you've clicked save and set that contest up. And remember, when we were creating a package and we were using services, in that package you needed to choose a competition that you wanted them to automatically go into when they registered through that link. Alright, this is where you name that competition. So when you go to package and you need to find the competition you want them to go on, just look for the name that you've set up here. Okay, now if we go back to our admin dashboard, whoop, yes, we're going to leave page. Alright, go to settings and tools. Alright, master preferences. Alright, nice and easy. All you need to do here again is choose what things you want them automatically to have access to. So the best way to set this up, alright, is set it up through the service, which we did before. So when we did that service, we only allowed nutrition, alright. And on the back end here, this is for every single person who uses the system. So if you are running online training and other things, and you want everyone to have access to everything still, you need to make sure that you set up a different company, which I'll show you how to do in another video. But once you've selected the company that relates to everyone in the challenge and basically everyone who's using the system, choose what modules you want them to have access to. So again, here we're just going nutrition and competitions. Then you need to go down and choose what you want them to earn the points from. So, you know, have a look here. I've got water, alcohol, stuck to my food plan, completed one of the daily challenges, attended a boot camp or PT session, and I posted on business's Facebook page about my training or about my buddy. And again, you can give these all, you know, between 1 to 5 points each. So when they're on their member home pages, when they tick for each of these, that's what they're earning points for on a daily basis. If you try and set it up weekly, you can, but just make sure it's a total goal of what they're able to do all week, because the competitions are tracked on a daily basis. Alright, once you've done this, okay, it's just a matter now of deciding, okay, if they've registered through the link, then, you know, they'll get sent the user information, they'll get sent their user profile, and they'll be able to log on and do everything themselves, okay? And I've created videos on the back end here for you guys to be able to send your clients to show them how to do that. So it makes life a lot simpler for you. If you're okay with my voice, then they will be getting those videos. You can send them to them, and it'll show them exactly what steps they need to do to get set up. Okay, let's say they're not doing that and you're setting them up. All right, what you need to do then is go to manage staff and clients. So say that you've managed to put together a PayPal link, or they've come in and paid you cash, or however you've got it set up, but you need to then set up a profile for them. What you need to do is just click on manage clients and staff. Once you're on here, click on add a new client. All right, and then here you need to choose again, make sure you got the company, what's their first and last name, and what's their email address. If you only had PayPal information, you will have their first and last name and their email address, okay? Once you've got that, you've got two options. You can either email the client to fill out user information, and if you want to, you can include lifestyle questionnaire and medical screening, so that's like your PARQ, so that's done for you from an insurance point of view, or set up client now. So I would only use the setup client now if you want to get them set up straight away so that they can do their body composition, or you're setting up a day or a morning or an evening of body compositions, and they're coming in for the first time to you now, they're paying you now, you want to get them set up and you want to do their body composition right here and then set them up now, okay? So once you've done that, all right, I'll show you how to send them their username and password, but otherwise just email a client to fill out user information. So let's just quickly go through basic step here. So first name, let's just choose gay. Better not be that by. Let's go Dolly. and special. Alright, and then we can just go special@me.com. Alright, now like I said, send them the email, alright, and they'll get the username and password. It's just a temporary one for them to log in and then set up their profile. And if you use the video I've provided you with, it shows them exactly how to do that. Otherwise, if I go set up client now, it's just a matter of putting in their information in here, alright, and then birth date, username, password, and then get all that set up. So let's just go username, let's create for them. It was Dolly, and then password, let's go Dolly S. Okay, we'll say that's right for birthdays. Make sure you choose the country because that will default again the food, whether it'll be metric or US. Alright, and then it's just a matter of going save. Username already exists. Let's go bad boy, and Dolly S. Save. So nice and quickly, let's say I don't want to do any other step right now. All you need to do here is go user information, alright, and go send username and password via email, alright, which means that they will get their username and password, and all you need to do now is literally go and do their body composition. Once they've done their body composition here, obviously click save, and then it's just a matter of going finish steps, and that person's profile will be set up as soon as I click here. So again, decide how you want people to register, but regardless of how they register with you, whether they've gone through the link, whether they have just been sent their username and password because you've set them up right here, or they've come in on the day, they've set their profile up, you've done their body composition, but then you need to make sure that they know how to log in and you've sent them the username and password, it will all work. And I have given you specific videos that show them how to take those steps and get set up all the way through to getting their nutrition set up.